and welcome to Radio Waves by Todderbert. If you enjoy reviews, comparisons, band scans of new and classic portable radios, then please subscribe and tap the bell icon so you don't miss any of my videos. In front of us we have the XHDATA D-36. It's an AM, FM shortwave radio with a built-in MP3 player. Yeah, I know, another one of those. But the cool thing is, this was a donation by J.J. Coolhouse. Again, thank you, sir. He saw this on my Amazon wish list and decided to get it for me. He didn't mention he was going to, just arrived and had a little note in there. The little note says, "Thanks for all the great work on the channel. I'd like to see a review on this one. Thanks, J.J. Coolhouse." Now, I don't think he meant this one. I think he meant this one here. And I got the notes mixed up. But if you go to the Sanjin DT 180, he also sent me this. And I think that's what the note's for. But either way, it's red. So let's look at the box that came in. XHDATA, FM AM shortwave radio with USB TF card MP3 music player. Yeah, Rockin. When I saw this on Amazon and I put it on my wish list, the only thing I really saw was it was cheap, $12.80, and it had wood grain. Yeah, all 70s, baby. I was liking that. Got some symbols here. Radio. That's funny. This I did not know. Built-in rechargeable battery. We'll talk about that in a little bit. USB built-in speaker. That's a good thing. Speakers with an S. That's pretty funny. There's only one, but yeah. Headset features. Okay, plural. Have fun making this. Okay, so different colors you could get. Black, green. Nope, no green. I'm just kidding. Blue, red, wood grain. Wood grain, baby. Got wood grain. All right. D-36. Okay, you can see. Yeah, it came ripped already. I don't know what the heck happened there. But there's a little interesting thing about this radio. So let's go ahead and take it apart here. Take it out of the box. And see what we get first. And we'll talk about everything. All right, pull it all out of here. The box is empty. All right, unboxing is always fun, isn't it? Yay. All right, we'll put the radio aside for a second. Let's see what kind of little goodies we get. First goodie. There's two things in here. We got a carrying strap that can be attached to the radio, which I'll probably do that. It's always good to have these on hand. I do a lot of short walks, and it's always nice to, well, this is kind of small, but it's always good to have it while I'm walking. I don't want to drop it by mistake. I don't usually carry radios in my pockets, so this works really well for me to carry it and hang on to it. It's true. I like the carrying strap. I know some people don't. This is interesting. This is a USB cable with a funky little micro, like DC input. It's kind of wild. I was like, what the hell is that? But yeah, it's to charge the built-in battery, which I did not know about when I started using the radio. It's pretty funny. Pays to read the manual. Talking about the manual, here we go. You get this little blurb of information that I don't even know if it's readable or not. But oh, hey, look, frequency range. Yeah, so you got FM 88 to 108, AM 530 to 1600, and shortwave 8 to 18, which is pretty lame. But yeah, we'll give it a go. There's a little bit more information. Oh, different language there. Okay, so it looks like this is all you get in English. Here's how to operate it. You can insert 2 AA batteries, which I'll show you that. Charging the internal battery takes 4 to 5 hours. Okay, well, we don't need that. Let's get to the radio. Sweet, here it is in bubble wrap. Oh, come on. Now, the interesting thing I was going to mention to you, this radio was advertised on Amazon as DSP. And if you look at Two Hands in the Radio, and I'll put his review up here, you can check out his review. His is a DSP unit. And when I got this, I didn't know there was a difference. I'm tuning this away. I'm like, oh, this is nice analog. This is an analog radio. So I'm like, okay, interesting. And then I was looking, I'm like, because it wasn't like performing very well, so I thought I'd look at some other reviews. And then I saw that they have a DSP model. And then on Amazon, it's advertised as DSP. So I don't know if I got a really old one or if they just changed it over. I don't know what's going on with it. So I'm guessing I got an older model that nobody knew about, but I like it because it's analog. Analog rules, baby. So, okay, let's go over dimensions. I thought I'd tell you real quick. Good little stories to know. So we have a width of 4 7/8 of an inch, height of 3 1/8 of an inch, and a depth of 1 1/4 of an inch. Features of the radio. Left-hand side, we have a few things. We have where the wrist strap goes, it looks like. Yep. We have the USB stick. You can put your thumb drive there to play your MP3 files off of. This little light lights when the MP3 player is engaged. Here we have a TF card slot, a micro SD, and I have a 16 gig in there. It's reading it perfectly fine. Here we have a DC 5 volt in. That cable you saw, this little dude right here, I didn't know what it was for. I thought it was just to power it without batteries. I didn't know it charged a battery internal. You know, I didn't read enough of the instructions. This little light over here turns red when it's charging, and then when its light goes out, it's done charging. So that's kind of nice. Cool. Don't lose that cable. It's kind of proprietary. Front of the radio, we have a speaker. It's 2-inch. Now this thing is micro thin. I did take this radio apart. Just curious to see what that battery was. We'll talk about that in a little bit. But this here is 2-inch, very thin speaker, affects its audio quality, and we'll talk on that once I start running the radio. XHDATA, you got FM 108 to 88. It's kind of going reversed. You got a log scale going the right way. You have an AM going reverse 1600 to 530, and you got shortwave 18 to 8 megahertz. Here we have a band select switch, shortwave, AM, FM, MP3. We have 3 rudimentary MP3 function buttons: forward, pause, play, and back. But though these do have a forward seek and a back seek, except it beeps as you do that, so it's not fun using them. And when you use the MP3 player, it does not remember where you were at the last time when you turn it off and turn it back on. That's a bummer. It just resets. So it's pretty much an option you'll probably not want to use. Just letting you know. All right, let's see, right hand side, we got tuning wheel. Neat thing about this tuning wheel is it's geared. When I took it apart, there's like a big gear with a smaller gear, and it's direct tuning, so it's really smooth and easy to use. It's the one thing I like about this radio, being that it's analog and this tuning wheel. It's pretty cool. I got some little emblems there. D-36, yeah! All right, bottom of the radio, it can stand. Top of the radio, we got the headphone jack. Headphone experience, sucks, no good, don't even bother. Here's your volume, on off too. Your antenna comes up, it extends out to a whopping 15.5 inches and pivots 360, which is really handy. Trying to get that elusive FM stations or shortwave stations. Okay, on the back of the radio, we got our frequency chart there. You can pause and read. We got venting, and then I don't know if you can see it. I don't know. I really can't. The radio felt heavy with no batteries in it. I'm like, that's really weird. Never felt a radio feel this heavy without batteries. And there's a big, like not big, but there's a blue cell about this big. And I opened it up. I looked at the cell. There wasn't really any markings on it. It just said 3.7 volts. It looks like probably 500 milliamp hour battery. It looks like a BL5B battery size-wise, maybe slightly smaller. Okay, so then I'm not going to open this. This is really pain to open and close. But you can put 2 AA batteries. So if your internal battery ever died, you could throw standard batteries into this thing. That is one cool thing about this radio. The price, $12.80, and then you can add batteries. Sweet, and it's wood grain. So those things going for it right now. Those are the strengths. Let's go ahead and turn this on the shortwave. And for the shortwave feature, I will plug on my external antenna that I got on the window so we can get a little extra reception to see if we can hear anything. It's nighttime. We're about, 10 o'clock here. So you know what? I didn't do a size comparison, so we'll do that right now. And we'll show you the time. So it is 10:19 Central Standard Time in the evening. There's a CC pocket. And then I got a mint case here, give you an idea for size. Cool. All right, so let's go ahead and turn this on here that we can hear. All right, and on top.
Nothing's really going to change. Something really has changed. And it seems to me...
Okay, I wasn't on shortwave. No, I'm on shortwave.
A la que pertenece Elizabeth y que preside su esposo Luis. Terminamos este programa con la música de José Peter. Las composiciones, una de las más hermosas.
I feel like I'm getting the same station over and over here.
Try to take more certificate students. Todderbert studying.
Okay, so the shortwave is a no-go on here. I don't know if it's because I don't got the DSP model, but don't buy it for the shortwave. Okay, so there's that. We'll set this back down. So without going to the FM and dealing with all the music copyright issues and stuff like that, I'll just talk about it. FM actually works on here. Selectivity is good because there's a ton of stations you can pick up, so you definitely can select them pretty easily. The sensitivity is okay. It's better with the wire, of course. When I say okay, being outside in a good location, you're going to pick up probably well, for my case, a good digital radio picks up about 40 to 50 stations. This picks up a good couple dozen when I'm outside, which is enough for me for inexpensive radio. Picks up all my locals. So just want to let you know on that. Yeah, so for this radio, it's average for a small, inexpensive radio. Not great, but okay. So let's go on to the AM band and see if we can hear anything there. We'll start at the bottom of the band. Turn this up. Take off my wires since the shortwave was just a mess. Now, during the day, the shortwave, I was able to get a time signal, but then there was some carryover. I think it was from the AM. I was hearing commercials from Chicago, so yeah, it just was not a good experience. So let's go ahead and turn this up. So we're at the bottom of the band. I think I got something plugged in. Okay, plug that so we can hear.
And ask her about this entire impeachment crisis that we went through.
That's about 2-inch ferrite antenna right about there.
Before he got a high fastball, and he unloads on this ball halfway up the bleachers and right. Oh, you can feel the upper deck shaking here at Wrigley. David Schuster is down on the field. Cubs celebrating, handshakes, everyone giving Jason Hayward a bear hug.
Are you trying to point at a sleeper sofa? Gone. Point at a beat-up old garden shed. Gone. Point at a big old freezer. We're advocating for you and your loved ones. We're here in our community helping you make the most.
Okay, so we're getting local. So we heard 670, which Cubs game, 720, 780, and now we're just getting some static here.
Eventually by Iguodala, who hands off to Klay Thompson. The shot clock is off as Curry works into the forecourt, and the Cavs foul him with 12 seconds to go.
Oh, this is ESPN 1000, I believe.
Cavaliers 102. The Cavs are going to have to do this again because they're the medical provider of the St. Louis Cardinals. The 1-0 pitch to Tewksbury.
Okay, that was 1100 Cleveland. Okay, so this is 1120 Camel X. So okay, disregard the last. So the last station was 1100 Cleveland, Ohio. And call letters on that one is WTAM. And this is KMOX.
VIP seats and passes to meet an artist that's on the air at 7 o'clock Eastern with Jaime Garcia. It's David Hess. You've been listening to Home Hardware Blue Jays Baseball, brought to you by Home Hardware. Here's how. This copyright broadcast is presented by Authority to Broadcast Blue Jays Baseball Partnership.
Moving money from our right pocket to our left pocket.
Waterloo to Eldora. The town was named Lithopolis.
So this is 1540 KXEL, about 210 miles.
We're really not sure how it got that original name to begin with. We do know that on
Here in Cleveland. Game 4 set for Friday is Curry. It's both because a large walk on the river.
This one here, I'm actually kind of curious on what we found here. Is Cleveland. I'm not sure what station this is.
And from that grew a large pine tree.
So 1540 is crossing over there. Okay, so you get the idea on the AM band. We're going to go to the MP3 mode, and we'll do a little sound audio.
It's time for My Favorite Husband, starring Lucille Ball.
Hello, everybody.
Yes, it's the Gay Family series, starring Lucille Ball with Richard Denning. Transcribed and brought to you by the Jell-O family of Red Letter Desserts.
Oh, the big red letters stand for the Jell-O family. Oh, the big red letters stand for the Jell-O family. That's Jell-O. Yum, yum, yum. Jell-O puddings. Yum, yum, yum. Jell-O tapioca puddings. Yes, sirree.
Love it.
And now, Lucille.
All right, we're done. Okay, so you got an idea for the audio. All right, so let's go over final thoughts of the XHDATA D-36 wood grain. Yeah. So this comes in at $12.80. It's interesting. I'm just going to give you flat out my opinion on the radio. It's not fantastic. It's not great. It's not good. It's just okay. What gives it the saving grace for me, and this is me, and some of you may own this radio, you may have the DSP one, which might be a whole different experience, but this analog, I think I'm missing out on some stations. If I remember right, Two Hands, when he was on the FM band, it was pretty good. It was way better than this one. So if you're going to buy this radio, make sure you get the DSP version probably, I'm guessing. Though I did notice on the AM band that Two Hands also had problems with birdie tones. I thought I heard high-pitched tones on his scan, so I didn't notice that on my AM band. So here's mine. If you get the one with the analog, it doesn't say DSP, it is definitely analog. Saving graces is that this is great for sports radio. You heard the Cubs game. It sounds so good. This speaker is really thin and very small as far as depth, so it has no bass at all, as you could tell with my audio test. those rock songs. It just doesn't have any punch. But it does sound really good as a sports talk type radio on AM on your local stations. I love it for that. I really like that radio. I like this radio a lot for that reason. So that gets my upvote there. It also gets an upvote for the built-in lithium battery, which I did not expect to be in there. Another bonus feature, I love it, and I love the fact that you can add optional AA batteries to it. So if your internal battery ever dies, you have your AA's you can put in there, so the radio keeps living on for another day. The MP3 player is very poor and very underutilized. The only way I would use this is probably putting hour-long classic radio show programs like you heard there, and just fill it up, say with like 10 hours. So it's pretty easy to figure out where you're at. You just have to every so often have to change them up with the computer. You can't just put thousands of MP3s. It would not work out for you, because when you turn this back on, it'll start on file 1 again. So that's the only issue. It's very, very rudimentary. And you heard a beeping. That beeping is coming through the speaker. It's not coming from anything else. I thought maybe there was like a little buzzer I could cut and disconnect, but nope, it's coming through the speaker. So there's no way you can eliminate that beeping sound as you're fast forwarding. So that's annoyance. The headphone jack isn't usable. So here's what it is. So would you buy this, or should you buy this radio? Buy it only if you love the character. When I say character, the wood grain look, the sports talk radio feature of this radio is like very strong, and the fact that it has a rechargeable battery, and maybe you might use it to listen to, say, classic radio, or maybe classical scores, or long files like classical music. You can get like an hour or 2-hour long soundtrack even, put it on there, and that'd be really nice. This is for those people. If you're looking for a very capable FM, AM shortwave radio for under $15, get its brother right here, the XHDATA 328. This one's DSP, performs very, very well in all the bands, has very good audio quality for $1 more. It has a rechargeable battery, which is cool. Has a better MP3 player if you're into MP3 playing. It does have a better system as far as that goes. So overall, for $1 more, you'd probably be happier with this if you're wanting a radio listening experience on the cheap. So just want to throw that out there. But yeah, I'm very happy this was donated. Thank you again, JJ Coolhouse. You're awesome. So if you guys are ever interested in donating radio, check out my About page. There's an email there. Also, check out the Amazon wish list. I have a link below at the bottom of the comments section. I put all my links there for donations. I don't really ask every day, so you can check that out. Also, on my channel header page, you'll see a bunch up on the channel header with PayPal links and Patreon and all that fun stuff. So check it out if you're interested. Support the channel. Definitely. Be awesome to see you guys there, especially on Patreon. I'm getting a lot of new guys showing up, and it's really awesome. So with this radio, comment below if you like the XHDATA D-36. If you own one, use one. Do you have the analog one, or do you have DSP one? Let me know. Like I said, I like it for the medium wave. Awesome. I'm talking. I keep talking. Subscribe if you're new. If you love these radio reviews, hit the bell icon to make sure you're notified, and hit the like button. Sweet. Okay, guys. Take care. Talk to you soon.